Hello everyone, and I welcome you all to today's learning video on how we can predict Nifty, Bank Nifty, and the top stocks that we can trade for 25th of November. So we are going to start by having a brief look at the global markets, specifically Dow Jones, S&P 500, and Nasdaq. So if this is on a daily time frame, if we look at S&P 500 on a daily time frame, it has given a positive closing. Yet it is in this range of 4,700 and 4,600. All right. So we have a positive closing in S&P 500. If we talk about Nasdaq has also given us a positive closing, and the Dow Jones has also given us a positive closing. So on the global end, it seems all positive, all green. All right. Now we'll get back to our own indexes, and starting with Nifty. So I was talking about in my one of my past videos how was this trend line broken, which was being supported from 23rd of March 2020. It was broken, and then it has also been retested on a daily time frame. So this is going to be a major resistance now, which is 7,600 and 7,550. And if this resistance has to be broken, it has to be broken with a single candle. So it could be tomorrow, it could be day after tomorrow, but it has to be broken. And it's to with all the experience that I have, it would not be possible for Nifty to just do it like this or do it like this, half closing above and opening below this trend line. So it is a major resistance, and trend lines I find these very powerful tools in terms of trading, and they can be used on any instrument. So let's get into a smaller time frame and understand what happened today and what will be the possibilities for tomorrow. So I had already discussed in my previous video about the importance of 7,600 and 7,620. So that's where most of the action happened. Now for tomorrow, what we can do or what we can plan, how we can plan is, now talking about the global sentiments, it seems positive. So we could possibly open flat around the area of 7,400, not flat, 30-40 points gap up. We may or may not see there's one thing that I would like to start with, since this is going to be my first video on this YouTube channel. So it's not about the prediction. To the best of my knowledge, it is not it should not matter to anyone. I'm not trying to defend myself over here at all. I'm going to make money, I've made money, and I'm going to make money any which ways, right? So the reason I'm starting this is so that people can understand why particular levels are important, or why is trend line important, or what is the importance for sentiments in the market. So it is not very important for you to make sure that your whatever predictions you make the night before or even before you start trading to be right. It's okay not to be right with your prediction, but what is more important is to make money when your prediction is right? So for an example, you select 2 stocks, 3 stocks today, trade tomorrow. For an example, let's pick up 4 stocks, and 3 stocks went against your prediction, right? So you wanted to go long around a certain level in 3 stocks, and they opened below that certain level, right? So your prediction went wrong in the morning itself, but the one stock which went according to your prediction, and it also passes all your criteria in your setup, right? And if still you're not able to make money in that is something which you need to improve. You definitely, over the period of time, you will be able to increase your accuracy of prediction as well, but then it's not always about prediction. People make money on both the sides every day, right? So it's not only because they have their predictions right, it's also because they have that patience, most importantly patience. So for an example, if we talk about my yesterday's prediction, I had this important area of 17,600 where I wanted to short Nifty. So it did come over here, but if you look if you look at this graph over here, it was around 1110 the first time that it was closest to 7,600, or it was what was the high, 17,591. So although it was around my prediction level of 17,600, but did I go short over here? I did not go short because there was no sign of bearishness, or there was no sign of weakness around this level. So I could have been wrong, right? So again, it was touching this area of 17,600 around this candle of 1245, 1250, right? I didn't go short over here. In fact, on the other hand, it seemed that it is going to break 17,600 this time, because the way it was consolidating and then higher lows and higher highs around the same level, I thought it might just break above it. But then when I saw the rejection for the second time in this around this area, that is what the confirmation was, and that's I shorted at the top, right? So it's important for us to understand prediction is not important. What is important, whether or not you are able to do it in the live market. That is more important for you, and whether or not you are able to make money, because at the end of the day, no matter what people say and what you think, we are here to make money and nothing else at all, right? So coming back, how we can plan Nifty for tomorrow is, if it is three situations: gap up, open flat, and gap down. So if at all there is a gap down and it is around the gap down is around the round level of 13,000, 17,300, 300, and so I like to wait for initial 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. If there is some weakness, and for example, if it is opening here, somewhere here, and then we see a big candle, because there could be two possibilities: big candles on the either side, right? Either on the upside or on the downside. But if at all, if it is a gap down, I believe there is going to be a big candle on one side for sure. So if it is on the downside, I will want to wait after the gap up. If it is on the downside, for an example, if it is opening here and we see a big candle of 20-30 points on the downside, I like to wait, and I would like to see how it is behaving around 17,280 to 290. But with a lot of confirmation, I think I would personally not be that interested in shorting tomorrow, because we have already seen a downfall, and then 17,200 is a very important level. Now why is it important, and why am I not interested in shorting around this area, is if you look at this over here around 6th of September, 6th of September and until 13th of September, so approximately 7-8 days Nifty 58 spent over here before the next higher high and higher lows. So psychologically this is an important level, and there could be a bounce back. I'm not saying the trend is going to reverse. There could be a bounce from here, right? So I don't want to be on the wrong side, or when I know if that particular level is important or not. So for now we are going to talk about the predictions, and after that I'll share how will I be planning to trade it. So on the downside, if it is gap down testing, then if you want very conservatively, we can go and short. I won't do it, but conservatively, because conservative, why is because there are more possibilities for the Nifty to reverse. It may close in the red, that is one thing, but it might not go below 17,250 or 17,280, somewhere around that. So I'm not interested in chasing the gap down. If it is opening flat around 17,380, 400, somewhere around that, I'd like to see, and I would like to see it to come up at least till the area of this level. Why this level? Because 1.6 second point, third point, fourth point, some consolidation, and then a breakdown, fifth point, and then again a big psychological number of 17,500. So if at all in a flat opening it is coming up here slowly and steadily, even if it is coming like, you know, a big candle, big candles are forming, big candles are forming. So I would like to see it around, see this around 11:30, 12 o'clock, 12:30. How's it performing over here? Any bearish sign, I would like to short it, and the first target is going to be the day's opening, and the second target will be around 17,200. Sorry, 17,300, somewhere around that. So tomorrow, I don't think there's going to be a huge sell-off like this, you know, or maybe like this. We are going to get some points, but then not very much points, I guess. So that's on the flat side. If it is opening gap up, I think gap up, and it'll be great if after the gap up it's going up. So in that case we might have to wait a little more. In that case, see, there is no other level than 17,600 or 17,570, somewhere around this, if at all there's a gap up, and after the gap up it is going up on itself, right? So coming around this area, I would definitely go ahead and short without even you know, thinking twice. The stop loss in this case is going to be 17,650 or 60, depending on the volatility. All right, so this is the plan for in the gap up, and if you're shorting around 17,600, the first target is going to be around 17,500, and then the second target is going to be wherever it opens up. I'm sorry, in case of opening up, the second target is going to be somewhere around 17,400. That's it, I think. You know, and then keep on trailing, right? So keep on trailing, at least whenever you enter into a trade of you know, any instrument, the minimum target or risk reward should be 1:2, nothing less than that. So that is the plan for Nifty tomorrow. So how we can do Bank Nifty, I'll just share it. In Bank Nifty as well, see, this is one trend line that I had, and this is being respected. Let's get into a weekly time frame and understand this particular one. So first time it was rejected on in 2015, and then 2019, and then this is around the budget announcement, February 2021, and then around 11th of October this year it broke, and then it came back down. So this is a very important trend line for me, and you can see it broke this one. This is that one, I guess, 11th of October. Yes, this is that line, right? So it came down here. This is a pullback, small pullback. So again we are going to be see, first of all, if you know, there's one thing, that since this is the first video that is going to be online, I don't want my perception to be as a bull trader or a bear trader. Why? I'll tell you. The day you choose your you know, personality over anything, you know, for an example, if you know, keep on focusing on the bear trades, the negative trades or the positive trades, that is the day, I believe, that is you know, what I've learned, that is the day you start seeing the markets with you know, just one mindset. And then the con of that is that you keep on continuously, you keep on losing or limiting the possibilities that you have in the market, and which are in abundance for sure. So rather than being, you know, a bull trader or a bear trader, just be a trader, right? So because at the end of the day, the market is going to go up, right? So you might see Nifty 50 at 11,000, 10,000, might, right? But then it's never going to be zero. But then there is a possibility Nifty may be 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakhs or 10 lakhs, right? So that's that. So you know, have a neutral scenario, have a neutral view on the market. Just see how are the things turning out, how is the price action forming where are the key levels and what is the option chain saying. That's it. So wherever you see is the more weightage, just go with the flow, right? You do not have to, it is not important for you to trade the reversal or short at the top. You just have to go with the flow to make sure, even if you're earning small, the consistency is going to matter a lot. All right, so coming back to Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty seems weak, and if it is opening flat, and if it is crossing, if it is opening flat around 17,340 or 400, and if it is crossing this area of 17,240, we are going to short. The first target is going to be around this level, which is obviously 36,900 and 37,050. That is going to be the first target. In this case, you can put a smaller stop loss if it is opening flat. If it is opening flat somewhere around here, you can put in the, and it is crossing this within, you know, first 30 minutes. First 30 minutes, so the stop loss can be the day's high. A little above that, it is also with, this is also key point, that days high or days lows stop loss are the stop losses which are most common, right? So there is something that you need to do different from others, something, not everything, but some things. So your stop loss shall, my personally has not been, and it has worked for me, and that is the reason why I'm sharing it with you. Your stop loss level should never be the day's high or the day's low. You should always have some buffer. So that buffer is going to depend on you know, the value or the amount of the instrument. So for an example, we are trading a 100 rupees stock, and in that case the day's high is 101. So my stop loss is going to be somewhere around 101.151020, you know, not 20 but 1510 for sure, not 100 or 101 for sure. Okay, so coming back to Bank Nifty, if it is opening flat and then showing something negative, we can short as soon as it is crossing 17,240, 17,250 for the first target of 37,058, 36,900, somewhere around that. If it is opening gap up, which could be around this level, could be 37,500, right? I think it's all because of the positive sentiments that we are getting from the global markets. So 37,500. So in that case, we are going to see again, I will you know, try to look for the short opportunities, and I think this is some area which is around 17,600 or 17,700. This is going to be the area from where it is going to see you know, or possibly face a lot of difficulties over here to cross this one. So this is going to be in fact a better area to short Bank Nifty if at all you plan to trade Bank Nifty. In case of gap down, I will not chase it, and I would definitely wait for 37,400, 500, 600, 700 to short, nothing below that at all. So that's for Bank Nifty. So we are now going to come to the stocks that we can trade for tomorrow. On the long side, I have two. The first one is Kotak, and on a daily time frame, if we see Kotak, so this is some small resistance around the area of 2015, 2020, and it did get some rejection from the top as well around the same level. So we can look this one on a 15 minutes time frame. So if it is crossing somewhere around 2022, we can go long, and the risk reward, it is at least going to be 1:2 for sure. The first target will be around 2035, and the second target will be around 2055. This trade will be great and better if the Bank Nifty is opening flat and then moving upwards in the first half, not in the second half, in the first half. Now another thing that we can see over here is this, what do we call this, bull flag and pole pattern. So if it is hovering around over here, right, so this is a long rally. I think it started from 23rd, second half of 23rd, and it was continuing, and then there is some retracement. So this can be a good trade for tomorrow on the long side, not on the short side. Okay, it could go the either side, but then the risk reward is going to be great on the short side, that's for sure. And the second stock that we have on the long side is Hindalco. Now on Hindalco, on a daily time frame, if we look at this one, so there are a little sign of reversal that might happen tomorrow, not tomorrow, but then we can trade on the long side looking at the price action and the sentiments. So this is the today's highs, 456. So what we can plan in, okay, I think this might not be a good stock to go long, not because it has a, I have a bearish view now altogether, not about that, because it is closing around 449. So I think this is a very good point that has come out, and I want this to share this, now that we are on this topic. Now just imagine we wanted to go long in Hindalco around 456, 457, 458, somewhere around, let's just consider 456 on the downside, right? Now you just imagine the closure is around 450. Now unless the stock is opening somewhere around 453, that's fine, but let's just consider a normal example. The stock opens where where it closed. So you just have to calculate this one single thing. The stock will have to move at least 1.68% to get to the level where you're planning to buy it. I mean, I am planning to buy it. And on an average, a Nifty 50 stock would move around 2%, 2-3% on good days, right? So tomorrow maybe we might not have a good day on the long side, but then keeping that aside, my buying area is going to be somewhere around 1.68%. So what about the people who had already started creating their trading opportunities somewhere around here, and they would try to book their profits around the same area? So that's where neither you're going to get a good risk reward, first of all. Second of all, the probability of this trade is going to be very less. I'm not saying that it might not go above, it could move 3%, 4%, 5% tomorrow. There is no question about it, that's for sure. But then more important part that we need to understand here is that what if it does not, and based on the past experiences and the data, it usually does not. Any Nifty 50 stock, they are usually just trading within 2 to 3%. So this is one important, so we are going to take this off. We are not going to trade Hindalco. On the short side, I have three. The first one is Tata Steel. So Tata Steel, this is a key level over here, and it is around 1182, 1190, just below a psychological round number of 1200. So there was, I think there was some trend line that was I was able to see on a daily time frame. Okay, yeah. Why can't I see it? Okay, so there's basically on the daily time frame we can see that, but not on the 23rd, 22, 23. It's from here, so there's no trend line on a shorter time frame. So yes, how we can trade Tata Steel is, let's get into a smaller time frame. So this was this important level. The stock tried to breach it. It did breach it, and then it did it with volumes. But then, since it was happening in the first half, it was very, the chances of it sustaining this particular level were low, and that's what happened today. Alright, so now it has come back to this area which is below 1180. So tomorrow how we can plan it is, this one is, if it is opening flat, gap upgrade, good area to short this one around, or possibly we can discuss the stop loss, not the good area to short, because risk reward has to be 1:2, right? So a good stop loss can be around 1192, 1188 as well, 1188, 1191, 1192. There will be a good stop loss, and the first target will be around 1161. So I think that's enough, and we'll be getting 1:2 over here itself. So how we can close trade this is if it is opening flat going up, and then whenever it is crossing this area 1179 we can go short. If it is opening flat and then if it is crossing down 1171, and then it has to come back to retest, you know, just to make sure, because it could be false if it is happening in the first half. Alright, so if it is crossing 117 after opening flat, it has to come back, retest, and then after the retest we can go short around 1169 with the stop loss of around 1176 or the day's high a little above that, and the first target is 1161, 1163, and the second target is going to be around 1150. Alright, so that's for Tata Steel. Okay, Bharti Airtel, so due to because of good news, it moved up against the trend along with the against the trend of Nifty 50. So where we can chart it, because as we can see this is an important level. Okay, so why is this an important level? Came over here, came back, tested, broke, tested, broke, went above, now closing just above this level. So if it is crossing down below somewhere around 753, 752, 754, we can go short. The first target is going to be around 746, and I think we'll be able to reach, achieve 1:2 in this one. The third one is Godrej Properties. Godrej Properties, see, again, the reason I wanted to start this is not because I wanted to give you you know, what to trade and what not to. I wanted you to understand that why do I need to trade this particular thing on the short side or on the long side. Okay, so rally